welcome to another edition of Speak the Funk Up. This is Corey Funk, and this will be the third week I'll be talking about this, and I want this to be the last that I talk about this for a while. So I just want to, I was reading up and I was watching Jimmy Kimmel Live, and again dealt with the riots, and I heard Jimmy Kimmel say, he's like, well, it was like, doesn't mean I was born poor. It was like, and he was trying to explain how they say Black Lives Matter, and like I said, when I say all lives matter, and some people seem to get, and he says that white people don't experience racism like black people. And I've gone through things, and depending on, it's like not all black people and not all white people experience racism, but I believe everybody experiences racism, and it really all depends on where you go. Like if you were like, the reason why this is too is because the white in America and Canada, where I'm from, is mostly filled with a lot of European descendants, which is a lot of white people in general, but that doesn't mean that there's areas that are predominantly black. There are places that are predominantly black, like in Baltimore or places like that. And all I gotta say is, if anybody could experience that racism to a degree, you just gotta be a minority when you go involved. Basically, if you're a poor white kid and you end up going to a predominantly black school, and this is not saying all black people are racist, because they're not. There's actually racist people this is the truth. There's racist people in all races, and there's good people in all races. But white people do tend to get blamed for shit that happened way in the past, like slavery, and that part is true. And a lot of times it all depends on the person's upbringing. If a black guy is raised with a father who predominantly blames white people for everything, then that black person will end up being a racist toward white people. And you also got to look at, there's plenty of other hate groups I want to I want you to look up. Like, not the Black Panther organization, but look up the new Black Panthers. Look them up. Listen to what they say about white people, and tell me that's not racist. It's like, basically, there's one guy that says, I hate him. Is like, I want to kill every cracker motherfucker. Like, tell me that's not racist. That is racist. That is a racist organization filled with black people, just like the KKK is a racist organization filled with white people. There's also Jewish Defense League. Look up the Jewish Defense League, who, if you don't follow the Jewish faith, they look at you like you should die. And this isn't all blacks, whites, Jews. There's good and bad and all, but these are actual hate organizations that are put in. And the same as with, I'm pretty sure ISIS and Al-Qaeda were also racist organizations that's filled with mostly Muslims who are Muslim extremists. There's racism in all these. And there's good people in all these. And when somebody says all lives matter, like how Seth Rogen acted, calling them pieces of shit, he's really got, and Billie Eilish, who said, like, it's not about you. And it was like, here's the thing. When somebody says all lives matter, I'm not even saying it's about me. It's about people that experienced police brutality. When I say all lives matter, I'm including the Daniel Schafers, the Kelly Thomases, that people tend to forget because they weren't black. And that's why I say all lives matter. And that is why and this is why I'm doing this video, and I want this to be the last video for a while explaining this. If you're a white kid that goes to a predominantly, or even if you're on vacation and you go to an Asian country or something like that, where you're going to get Asian, like for instance, Japan, where it's predominantly Asian people, they are going to look at you because you are a minority in their midst. And it's also not excluding, I don't believe all Japanese people are racist either, but guarantee there's some that look at us like lesser beings, just like there's fucking white people that look at black people as lesser beings. There's black people that look at white people like lesser beings. And when I also say there's no white privilege, I also know and look up the fact that there are a lot more black people killing black people than white people killing black people. And the only reason why there's some people may say like, oh, but we need more diversity. In America, there's mostly white Europeans that came up into that vicinity. So Caucasians are the majority. You go into Mexico, Hispanic people are the majority. You go into Africa, black people are the majority. You go into like China or Japan, Asian people are the majority. You go into India, East Indian people are the majority. It's not meant to make things more diverse or anti-diverse. It's just this is how it happened. This is where the majority of these people are. The majority of people on the planet are Asians. If they're going to do all over the place, it's Asian people are the majority. You just got to look at how many billions of people are in China alone. But anyway, that's my little, and I don't want this to be another Black Lives, All Lives video like the last two. This is a third that's this way. I want a different subject matter next week. And I'm going to think of a different subject matter this next week. And when I say all lives matter, I'm not excluding George Floyd either. And also not all cops are bad people. There's just a percentage. That's why I also don't think defunding the police is a smart thing. Because then anarchy is going to ensue. What they need to do is they need to have better fucking like psych evaluations and all that, and make sure people are actually getting in for the right reasons to serve and protect, and not go in it to abuse their power. That simple. But anyway, this is the third video I did this week about the kind of the riots and racism, and I don't want my next video to be about that. I want a new subject matter. I just wanted to let that off. I could only, for some reason, if it goes over 10 minutes, it starts asking me certain things. So, yeah. Speak the Funk Up. I'm Corey Funk. Thank you.